You are live.
Hi, Steve Eisman and Jim Redmond, and we're on the Spinning Wheels tour. And we thought we'd go through some of the highlights of our tour so far now that we are on day 10.
Nice. So, Steve, why don't you start us off? What's one highlight of the last week and a bit that you really appreciated?
I'm crazy about cycling, and I've been in a lot of places, and the ride from Penticton to Osoyoos was so gorgeous. It was one of my favorite rides of all time.
I agree. Oh man, that was something. One of the highlights for me was the first ride out of Victoria, where we got to dip the tires in the ocean, and it spilled over into my shoes, and I still have a piece of seaweed from Victoria on my front tire, and I'm hoping that it will last all the way to Newfoundland. But getting to meet people from the Parkinson's Wellness Projects, and Andy Robinson coming all the way with us basically to the ferry, and coming to lunch with us. I thought that was great. So that's
not just coming with us, but in fact leading us.
In fact, yes. Otherwise, we could have gotten lost a couple of times. So yeah, that was great. So Andy, thanks.
Another one for me was another ride, but I liked it for a different reason. Jim, do you remember when we were coming from Summerland to Picton, and we came along a ridge ride? This ridge ride was, I'm just so surprised that they allow people up there to begin with, much less strangers with bikes. But we're essentially doing a high wire act with an incredible free fall on both sides. And if that's not bad enough, every once in a while they, just to make sure you're paying attention, they narrow the track from about 10 feet to 1 foot without notice, and then those who survive make their way into Penticton.
Yeah, there were some great scenes, but some narrow bike tracks. That's for sure. You know what? Another thing for me that I found really uplifting, really cool, is the amount of radio interviews that we've been doing along the way, and I don't know exactly how many that we've done, and I know that sometimes we have to get up at 4:30 in the morning, on which means that everybody has to get up at 4:30 in the morning in the RV for us to do it. It's you know what, I'm so pleasantly surprised at that part of it, that and I keep on looking forward to doing more, especially the ones where we pull over from where we're riding and then do the interview there. So yeah, I think that's really interesting. We love that support.
One nice feature of the interviews that we've been doing is how frequently Parkinson's is an element of the life of the people who are interviewing us, and it's there's sort of a personal relationship that we're having, that frankly, we understand. We're part of the story.
Absolutely.
Another highlight, Ribfest.
Yes. Ribfest.
Long lines, very hot, but delicious.
Really, I don't know if you can say any more than that. My pulled pork sandwich, tremendous. These hats, right there, Steve and I are both wearing them, right, with the spark on it. Compliments of Larry Gifford and the PD Avengers. And Larry came over to the RV park where we were in West Vancouver, spent a couple hours with us, and did an interview with Steve and I for the When Life Gives You Parkinson's podcast. And that, you know what, that meeting Larry in person this time, because I'd had some conversations with him before, but being on that podcast and meeting him and his son Henry, who followed us on social media, and has a bike, Spinning Wheels Tour bike jersey coming his way when we get them in. That was like meeting Larry, being on the podcast. really having a good talk about Parkinson's and cycling. Yeah, I really like that part.
I have to tell you, meeting Larry Gifford was one of the top things on my list as well. I hold him in high regard. Um, Both of us follow his podcast, and I know both of us have had very personal connections with the topics that he's talking about.
Yeah.
One highlight is yesterday we're staying at a campground at a summit of a mountain right now, and the mountain that we're on has the highest sunshine rate of any face in Canada. Now, don't let the rain gear fool you. This is a very sunny place, ordinarily.
On average, 330 days a year.
So we were treated by the owner of this RV place to an ATV ride up to the top of the summit, and it was a jiggle fest. Making our way up, it's a it's a road that is being worked on, and it was frankly hilarious. I think there's some video of it in our things that made us laugh.
Yeah, that's right. What's what you know? What for me, another highlight that is really close to me is getting to know everybody on the Spinning Wheels tour. Darlene, who you can't see, who's off screen, and Mike, who you can't see, who's off screen right now, and Steve, who you can see, who's on screen. I have really appreciated the opportunity to get to know you better, and I'm really looking forward to the rest of the tour, because a special mention to Mike Snetzinger, who was with us at the start, and then had to get to fly home. I hope his arms didn't get too tired, and that he got his meds refilled. But we're looking forward to seeing you, Mike, when we get back to Whitby. So yeah, like all three of you and Mike, it's been a real pleasure.
And to Mike 3, as he's known to us, Mike Snetzinger. I miss the gentle giggling and laughing that he did in his sleep, and the occasional train woo woo sound.
Yes, that part was good for sure. Let's see. I'm just looking. I made some. You talked specifically about one ride that we did from Picton to Osoyoos being beautiful, but in reality, almost every part of British Columbia that we've ridden through has been absolutely beautiful, and that stands out for me. You know what? Riding in the mountains, I've always wanted to do that. And on the first day we did, it didn't work out the way that I really wanted it to, especially the ending. But coming up from Osoyoos on Anarchist Mountain, and I put some a video out there, and people are responding to it quite positively, and I appreciate that. But just riding in the mountains has been phenomenal.
Nice. How about right place, right time? And that right place is Cherry Valley, and that right time is cherry season. It's been all cherries all the time here.
Yes, they have been abundant. Yeah, and so if you're watching back in Ontario, it's like Niagara region but with mountains. It's like the cherries are in season right now, and every place you pick sour cherries, you pick cherries, and some strawberries in there too. It's pretty incredible. Definitely. Go.
Since I was in my 20s, I've always wanted to ride on a path called the Kettle Valley Rail Trail, and I thought the opportunity was lost when I think in 2003 or 2005, I can't remember exactly. They had some wildfires which burned down quite a bit of it, and I thought the opportunity was over. But I discovered in preparation for this trip that they had rebuilt a lot of the trestle bridges. So we had an opportunity to go on part of it. And my favorite part of it was the first 1.5 kilometers, which was paved, as we were told this entire portion of the route was going to be. After that 1.5, it became a bit of a, not a low light, but a challenge.
A challenge, yes. They might have slightly over exaggerated the paved portion of that trail. Yeah, but it really was. It was a challenge for sure, but it was fun. Right? And you know what? Every day so far has been fun. It's been what we can call a good day. Every day has been a good day. Rained a little bit today. Sometimes it's been really hot. People keep on coming up to us and talking to us and asking us questions about what we're doing. So we get to talk about Parkinson's and our stories, and they get to talk about their stories. The amount of interaction that we've had with other people on this whole journey so far has been really positive.
Yeah, frankly, everything comes down to the people that we're dealing with. Frankly, that's why we're out here. We're out here to meet people. There's things that we want to say to influence them towards exercise and to community. And frankly, there's things that we want to hear from them, like ways that they cope and different strategies that they use. As we're learning, it gives us an opportunity to share.
Yeah, that's good. Anything else from people off camera? Do you guys want to say something? Nope. Maybe. Nope.
I got stuff to say, but not with you guys.
not for the first one. Maybe
we already checked the box. Not for kids.
That's right. Not for that. So, what about you, Steve? Anything else?
That's all until next time, I'm sure we'll have more.
That's right. So we're going to try to do these from now on. Well, we're thinking Friday nights, but we're gonna post on social medias for everyone who's following us when we'll do that, so that we can get a set time and then do them once a week. So thanks for showing up for the first live stream of the Spinning Wheels Tour. Keep following. Keep liking the stuff on social media. Keep spreading the word. We're partway through BC and we're going to Newfoundland, so it's going to be quite an adventure.
Thanks for tuning in. We love what we're doing. That's good.